Okay, I can hear you very well. Sorry, I have to wear a mask because my mouth has some infection. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Anne. How are you?
Hi, miss. I'm doing good. Mm.
Anne has submitted her assignment, and I'm waiting for yours. Long.
I will send you later
Promise.
afternoon. Yeah, promise.
And
And tomorrow too.
tomorrow
Mm.
too. Okay.
Miss, I submit assignment on the rough boss, but Mr. Allers, uh, uh, tell me more two options for one assignment, like short story. I must answer two options,
Yeah,
not one.
that's right. That's right. You need
Yes.
to answer two options. We discussed that. I already checked your other options, so it's good to go. And from after you submit to the Dropbox, you have to listen or take note of the comments of the teacher in Canada, and you follow her instructions. Okay,
Okay.
understood. Okay, and as for you, Long, I'm still gonna wait for it tonight and tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did your week go, Long? How was your week?
Nothing special.
Oh, but there is something special happening in Vietnam, right? What is it?
What?
Vietnam? Are you aware of the news in Vietnam?
The return of COVID, I guess.
The return of COVID. Where are you located, Long?
In Ho Chi Minh City or
Ho Chi Minh City, what district?
Bình Thanh district.
Where?
I will write on the chat box.
Bin Thanh. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Anne? Where are you located?
I'm located in Bin Hai City. Uh, I must take 2 hours to go to Ho Chi Minh City, but yes, but
Uh,
not worry about COVID in my province. Yes, in my city.
Because you're quite a distance. What about Long? Long is in Ho Chi Minh City. How far are you from the COVID incident?
uh, I think it's very near though.
Rather near? Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have
Uh,
any idea how many are infected with the coronavirus as of today?
four, I guess four. And it's still four.
Or I
It's
heard
not,
it's about 800.
not just like they have a test, but they're
Uh-huh.
all negative.
All negative. That's good. What about your school? Are you doing online or on-site?
Uh, at the moment, we still attend the class, but we have to wear the face mask.
Okay. Because some classes in Ho Chi Minh City in the next weeks to come, will be doing online classes, right?
Yeah, but it's usually universities. I mean high school,
Oh,
so it's
because
nothing.
the person of interest is an English teacher. Am I correct?
Yeah. She actually went to study in university, so it spread. It spread a lot there. So um, it's not really serious, I guess, but we have to
Good.
be
That's good.
highly aware of it.
Serious.
Because in Vietnam we call the people have COVID-19 is F1,
Mm-hmm.
and around people around him or her is F2 or 3.
Okay.
So because in Saigon we have a lot of F2 and 3. So maybe it's have a lot of Syria, but I think not we don't worry about it, but because government in Vietnam we uh yeah.
They take good care of the spread of the virus, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, my mistake. The people have COVID-19 is F0, and
F0, yeah.
people near him is F1, F2, F3. Yeah.
That's right. So what he will infect most are the students from the academy, and many have already taken the COVID test and they have tested negative. So that's good. I hope it will be contained as soon as possible because Vietnam is one of my inspiration in trying to stop COVID because you are very good in handling the spread of the disease. So I think if you can do it, then other countries can do it. But right now, there are still many cases in my country, in Europe, and in the US. Correct?
Yeah. But now we must to wearing medical mask again
Yeah,
when we go to public. Public or go to truck or go
yeah.
to school.
With
Yes.
us, we have never stopped. And not just the face mask, also a face shield. Like this, I'll show you. So this is how we do it every time we have to go out of the house. Always like this. And
What?
every store, every restaurant, and every public place, they have the thermal scanner. And you have to write your name, information for contact tracing. So everywhere you go. And that's been happening for 9 months. Maybe until, and as of today, until the end of the year, we are still on general community quarantine. So there's still quarantine. And you know that this is the Christmas season, and many people in the Philippines celebrate that. It's like your Tet holiday, but we are not allowed to gather at parties with many people and visit our relatives, especially the children. I know that the Tet holiday is very important for the children, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Because we go around to the relatives and they get money, the red envelope, correct?
Yeah.
That's a tradition. Do you still receive that long? You're still young.
Yeah, still, of course.
What about Anne? Your son receives that, right?
Yes.
Right. And that's the same. That is our Christmas here, like the Tet holiday. But now the children are discouraged from visiting friends and relatives because of the coronavirus.
No, I think in Vietnam in Tết holiday we we still go to the relative house to yeah.
You will still be allowed.
Yes, because in Vietnam the COVID-19 is not serious.
Yeah, you will do that. But what I'm talking about is our case. We are not allowed. I am comparing that holiday with our Christmas season. It's the same celebration wherein the relatives get together, the children go to the relatives and to the families. But we are not allowed to do that this year because of COVID-19 in December. You celebrate yours in January, right? Or February? We
Um
celebrate ours in December
is Tết holiday in Vietnam is February
this
10th of
year.
February. Yeah.
This year. Yeah, it
Yeah.
changes every year, right? Same as Chinese New Year. It changes every year depending on the new moon.
Oh yes.
Correct? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's February, sometimes it's January. All right. So let's go back to Animal Farm. Did you get the chance to read the story already?
No, I must to do a lot of assignment about English, so,
No.
so I don't have time to read it.
What about Long?
I have a lot of schoolwork though.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we go on in discussing the chapters as short as possible. To start with, can you tell me what is the meaning of allegory? Can you look up the meaning of allegory? What is the allegory meaning? Here I have what is meant by allegory? The definition. Because Animal Farm is an allegory. What do you mean by allegory?
It's like a story about it's like the story want to criticize the dark side of the people or like people's bad habits
That's right. People's bad
uh,
habits.
to
Correct.
teach the readers about the moral lessons.
That's right. Correct. Very good. Why do you think Animal Farm is an example of an allegory?
Mm, it's like I think the Animal Farm story
Mm-hmm.
talks about like the equality in society
Mm-hmm.
and freedom. But I mean, in the past, people used to treat people used to treat other people like slave or whatever. Like, but
Mm.
for
Yeah,
example,
correct, correct. That's right.
uh,
They're
for
treated like slaves. That's
yeah,
right.
especially people who migrated from Africa to North America.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Correct. Uh, another what is it trying to criticize politically? What is it trying to criticize?
Politics.
Politics, yes. Why can't they criticize directly?
Mm,
Why not just criticize the government directly?
I think because like it can cause like conflicts between countries.
That's right. And it can cause a lot of controversy, and you cannot. They are in the communist rule, so they cannot. They are not allowed to criticize the government. That is the reason why. Okay, so let's look into why it is an allegory. Let's have this discussion on the allegory. This is very important. Oh, by the way, does anybody know what is the assignment for this novel?
No, I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet.
Uh-huh. Okay. Long, can you read the meaning of allegory here, the description of allegory?
While we began these notes with terms such as satire and fable, teachers have long referred to anime form as an allegory. Check
Mm-hmm.
several, at least two or three websites for a definition of the term, and list these definitions along with the URLs in your discussion post. then decide how the term allegory clearly applies to Orwell's work. Do you feel this is a successful approach? Could the allegory apply to more recent historical events? Have you things about China, North Korea, and other recent regimes? Post your response to the allegory discussion board. You will be able to read your classmates' posts and your teacher's comments after you post your work.
Okay. What do you know about China? Anne, are you there? I know that you have a lot of, you have a lot of information about China. What do you know about China?
I don't know, but if I have to, I don't want to live in China.
What about North Korea? What do you know about when we compare Russia, China, North Korea?
I think it's like in Vietnamese, the government have the powerful
Yeah.
to
Correct, correct.
decide everything like in law, punishment or everything.
If you say something bad against it, right? Correct? You are not supposed to criticize, correct?
Yeah?
Are you allowed to criticize your country or the government?
No. Otherwise, you
What
have to pay
happened?
a fortune.
Sorry?
I think we can. I think we cannot criticize the government in
Mhm.
Vietnam because we will be charged.
With
Mm,
insubordination, not following, right? You'll be charged as rebels,
yeah,
correct?
rebels.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Do you know of anybody who has already been
Uh,
jailed because of saying something against your government?
yes, and no. In Vietnam, I can see is if you like the COVID-19, you say something on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's not true. You have to meet the police and maybe uh
Oh,
yeah, yes,
yeah, like fake news. Yeah,
yeah,
okay. What if
yes,
you say something that is true? Will you still get into trouble if you criticize your government?
yes. In Vietnam, if you say something bad about the government, you must to go to the police.
Ah, okay. Okay, so it is the same during the time of George Orwell, when they were under a very autocratic dictator with Stalin. That's why they cannot say anything bad. So what they used are symbolisms, and this is why we call it the story an allegory. All right. Okay. So based on what we read, the chapters that we read, the first two chapters, can you tell me, Anne,
Yeah.
what do you remember from the first two chapters, at least about the characters?
I just remember about the person,
Okay. Who,
but I don't remember his name. But he is the alcoholic.
the alcoholic. Okay. He is Mr. Jones, the farm
Yeah,
owner. Yeah,
and
that's
he
the only person there. Yeah, correct.
don't care about the animal of he not take time to take care animal.
Okay, yes. He does
Yeah,
not take that
and,
time to take
and
care of animals. So what happened?
one night all animal decided to oh my god, I forgot it.
What is that word?
Yes. Oh my god, I can't remember it.
To go against or to rebel. They had a meeting, right? And they
Yeah,
decided,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
to rebel or rebel against Mr. Jones, the farm owner. Okay, what did they decide to do? Long, what did they decide to do?
A revolutionary.
Yeah, they decided to start a revolution. What do you mean by a revolution?
To
Uh, I don't know.
Long, what do you mean by a revolution?
to fight. To
To fight.
you if the government
Uh-huh.
they had a new rule, have a new rules, and the local people, they don't agree. They will actually kind of against with it and start revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
But
Start the revolution to go against the government.
yeah,
All right. Okay. I want you to follow with your eyes and listen carefully so that you will give me later on what you heard or what you understood from the chapters. All right.
Chapters 3 to 4. Chapter 3. All about the pigs. Previous. Next. Summer arrives and with it, a wonderful harvest. True to the communist ideals, every animal helps with the work, taking pride in contributing to the overall success of the farm. With public ownership, because the animals believe that everyone has a share in the farm, every mouthful of food was an acute pleasure, now that it was truly their own food, produced by themselves and for themselves, not doled out by a grudging master. But once again, the idea of a hierarchy arises. The pigs did not actually work, but directed and supervised the others. With their superior knowledge, it was natural that they should assume the leadership. Make image full screen. Boxer is the model of the devoted communist laborer, a member of the proletariat. His single thought is that he must work harder, and for this reason, he is greatly admired. However, Molly once again shirks her duties. Individual differences do exist among all living things, and in ways that communists may not approve of when engineering their utopias. Benjamin, the ancient donkey, reserves comment on the success of Animal Farm, saying only that none of you has ever seen a dead donkey. This animal has seen changes come and go, and he definitely seems unconvinced about how the animals have changed life on the farm. Hammer and sickle. Make image full screen. The animals follow the owner's habit of observing Sundays as a day of rest, and they create a flag on which is printed a hoof and a horn. This use of imagery suggests the hammer and sickle on the flag of the USSR after the revolution, and while the animals seem unified in their collective efforts on the farm, physical divisions arise when the pigs separate themselves from others in the harness room and begin to create committees for production. For instance, the hens have an egg production committee, the cows, a clean tails league, the sheep, a whiter wool movement, all of this recalling the organization of the ministries in the Soviet Union. Clearly, a level of organization resembling a bureaucracy is developing, but at the same time, on the whole, these projects were a failure. The farm is being overmanaged by the pigs. There is too much control by a single organization, one that further subdivides its control. Hoof and horn. Make image full screen. While some control is necessary in the organization of any process, when that process begins to fail, many try to solve the problem by repeating errors, and this is the case with the pigs, who simply refer to old slogans, among them, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. The ideals presented in the 7 commandments are reduced to that single expression, and a rift develops between Napoleon and Snowball, the former concentrating on educating, that is, brainwashing, The young, as had been the case with the Hitler Youth under the Nazis in the 1930s and with the Revolutionary Communist Youth League in Soviet Russia. The pigs demand special treatment in receiving milk. Squealer becomes a media representative for the pigs' government, and in Squealer's addresses to the animals, readers can easily see how hypocritical the pigs have become when he says that they do not like milk and apples and that they sacrifice themselves for their followers. Deep divisions appear in this collective of the animals, but for the moment, the followers agree to everything their leaders say. 1, 2, 3. Chapter 4. Battle of the Cowshed. Previous. Next. In Chapter 4, other farmers in the countryside fear that similar revolutions may occur on their farms, this resembling the fears of Americans, the British, French, and others that communism might spread to their countries in the mid-20th century. Thus begins a war of propaganda, the first of many instances in which the reader comes to understand that the individual who controls the message has tremendous power in influencing others. Propaganda, which is the spreading of rumors or information to influence the beliefs and behavior of others, causes the attack from the farmers who fear takeovers by animals on their farms. The farmers are beaten back by the animals who repel their enemies. Boxer, who lashes out at a stable lad and nearly kills him, regrets the act, reminding readers of the degree to which violence can arise in the heat of conflict. Once again, Molly goes missing and proves here that, as in work, she is clearly unfit for life in this society. The animals celebrate the victory by doing what humans do. They award medals in the form of old horse brasses, and they confer honors on each other as animal hero, first and second class. With the end of the Battle of the Cowshed, the animals gain a newfound trust in their ability to live in this revolutionary society despite the various divisions that have arisen within the ranks.
Okay.
1, 2.
Okay. Let's go back to chapter 3. Long, can you tell me what you understood from what you heard?
It's like they started to wander in the nature.
They started what?
Wandering.
They started the revolution, and did they succeed?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
So they started
To travel to a new land.
No, they were still in the farm, but they started a new kind of system.
Yeah, they're trying to develop a new system.
Yes, they developed the system. Okay. What happened with the system? How was the system like, Anne? Here, the pigs demand. What do you mean by special treatment, Anne?
Special treatment.
In receiving milk. The pigs demand special treatment in receiving milk.
I don't know, like they're a kind of take care of someone, but I don't understand clearly. But
Okay. Special treatment is they want something more than what the others are getting, okay? Because they were the ones who formulated the revolution. They are the leaders. So they want that they have more power and that they get more things. And in this case, because it's a farm, they get more milk, okay?
yes,
That's the hierarchy. What do you mean by hierarchy? Long hierarchy. Can you check
Mm.
that out? What do you mean by hierarchy?
What's the word?
H-I-E-R Hierarchy.
it's
Hierarchy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like uh, it's like it's like an order,
Yeah.
like from farmers to
Uh-huh. Correct. It's like
up to king.
an order from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. Okay. In Animal Farm, who has the highest hierarchy here?
Hmm.
Long.
Pigs.
The pigs. Okay. So in the case of the government, communist government, they are the leaders. All right. The
Yeah.
next hierarchy, squealer becomes a media representative for the pig's government. What does this mean?
Like the squealer is the second high.
Uh-huh. Second, yeah, in hierarchy. What do you mean by media representative?
Hmm. Ah, yeah. Okay. It's like the pig will like they will command the squealer, and the squealer will be like they will talk in front of the people.
Yeah,
Mm. It's like they are the representer.
yeah,
They are the
yeah,
presenter.
correct,
But the ideas are from the pigs.
correct. That's right. So while the pigs, they have a propaganda. What do you mean by propaganda? Propaganda now today, the meaning is similar to fake news. Okay, they're saying, oh, the pigs are sacrificing. They do not like milk and apples. They sacrifice for their followers. That's the job of squealer, to tell the other animals. But in truth, they are living a very comfortable life, the pigs. Okay? And the followers agree to everything their leaders say. Okay. What is the hammer and sickle a representation of?
Communists.
Communist. Okay. What does the hammer and sickle represent? I mean, why a hammer and why a sickle?
Hmm.
And do you have any idea? Hammer and sickle?
It's simply a symbolize for the like the farmer in the country.
The farmer in the country, it's symbolized by the hoof, the horn. Okay,
Uh,
what is a hoof? This is the hoof. The hoof is the feet of the pigs. Okay, the hoof. The pig of the feet of the pigs are hoofed. Okay, because they are the leaders and they are representing the hammer. Okay, for communism, and the horn is the representation of the sickle. What animals have horns?
A swiller?
Which one?
Is it the swiller?
Who? What kind of animals have horns?
the hammer and sickles is a symbol meant to represent proletarian solidarity, a union between
Mm-hmm.
the
Communism.
peasantry and working class.
Yeah, that's right. The working class. In other words, the followers. Okay. So there is division. There is a hierarchy. Okay. The animals, they look unified, like they're all together and they're all working on the farm. However, there is divisions arise when the pigs separate themselves from others in the harness room and begin to create committees for production. So because the pigs are the ones most intelligent, they do not work. But the followers, they think that everybody is working with the same effort. for instance, okay, the hens have an egg production committee. Okay, Long, why are the eggs in charge of the production committee?
Because because hens produce eggs.
Yes, very good. Because hens produce eggs. Now, Anne, why are the cows in charge of clean tails lead?
What?
Why are they in charge? Why are the cows in charge of clean tails lead? Clean tails. What does that mean? Clean tails.
Give me a few minutes.
And for you, Long, whiter wool movement. Why do the sheep represent the whiter wool movement?
Because when people raise sheep, they will take the wools to
Very
make.
good. Yeah. They will take the wool of the sheep. All that they are the producers or they are the ones that are of use. These three committees, okay, you have your answer now, Anne?
Uh,
What
I
are
don't.
they in charge of?
But I just read about the internet. Like, if you want to the cow have a high quality of the milk, you must to keep the tail of the cow clean.
Uh-huh. Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
but yeah, and if the tail of the cow is dirty, the milk had a negative effect.
That is right. Excuse me, Andre, can you get the trolley in Santa Claus for Ava? The top of Sorry, that is correct. That's why they're called clean tails. If you will notice, the hens produce eggs, the cows produce milk, and the sheep produce wool. Okay? They are all for production. And this represents the organization of the ministries in Russia, in the Soviet Union. So there is a level of organization resembling a bureaucracy. Long. Give me the meaning of bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah, bureaucracy.
Uh, hmm. It's like federatory. Like in the past, we have a federatory and
Bureaucracy. Is it the same as hierarchy?
hmm. Yeah, it's basically the
It's the same,
same.
right? A bureaucracy is the same as hierarchy. Can you give me a minute? Okay, so if you have bureaucracy in the government, what does that mean?
Hmm. Hmm. Uh, then you have a lot of like functionary people in the government.
Uh-huh, that's right. Different people with different functions in different levels. All right, it's similar
Yeah.
to hierarchy. In the government, you call that bureaucracy. In the society, you call it hierarchy. like the rich, the poor, the middle class. That's hierarchy. In the government, you call it a bureaucracy. However, this is overmanaged by the pigs. There is too much control by a single organization. What do you mean by that, Anne? I want you to understand these terms because later on, this will be very important in the way you answer the assignments. They are already comparing. These are the symbolisms of the allegory, of the story. Okay? So there are committees and there is bureaucracy in the government. That is the comparison. What do you mean by overmanaged by the pigs?
Like
Overmanaged.
I don't know, but I understand like like is control you.
Yes, correct. Too much control. That is overmanaged. Okay? Too much control of the pigs that you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. But at the same time, they are not doing anything because they are the leaders. But they tell Squealer that tell these people or tell the followers that we are also having a hard life, that we are also helping, that we are also working. That's propaganda. That's fake news. So that the workers will not feel that they are alone because communism is about equality. Everybody is equal. Do you think all the animals are equal here, Long?
No.
No. Why?
Because the pigs, they think that they start this revolutionary, and because it's success, so they have to be like the one that has the most power in their hands.
Correct. Very good. While the others are working so much to produce, to feed everybody,
But the
they are
pigs,
the ones benefiting. They order people around, order the animals around. They overmanage, and they do not get just the equal share of everybody. They get much, much more, even if they are not working for it, because they are the leaders. All right? That is what chapter 3 is about. They want us, they want the readers to see that in that world that they say everybody's equal, it's not really equal. All right? Understood? Okay. Now, chapter 4. What happens in chapter 4? There is a comparison again. So in chapter 4, the other farmers, they become afraid because they saw that the similar revolutions happening in the farm of Mr. Jones. So again, the symbolism, America, Britain, and France, they are afraid of communism, that it might happen to them because it is happening in the Soviet Union, in Russia. They are thinking that it might spread to their countries. The way that the other farmers are thinking that it might spread to their farms. Okay? Thus begins a war of propaganda. What is propaganda again?
it's like a spreading news, but
Spreading
spread.
fake news. Yeah.
Rumors. It's actually rumors.
Rumors. Correct. That's a better word. Rumors, in which the reader comes to understand that the individual who controls the message has tremendous power in influencing others. Okay, who is the person, who is the animal here who controls the message? And he has very tremendous power. Who is the animal? What is his name? Long? The second in rank after the pigs?
Squealer?
Squealer. He is the media representative. Okay, so he is spreading the rumors. Okay, propaganda, which is spreading of rumors or information to influence the beliefs and behaviors of others. That's propaganda. Causes the attack from the farmers who fear takeovers by animals on their farms. Okay, the farmers are beaten back by the animals who repel their enemies. Okay, what is happening here?
Hmm.
What is happening here?
It's like they started the conflict started to rise up.
Before the animals can take over, the farmers already start beating them. Okay, what do you mean by beating them, hurting them? They are already practicing violence.
Yeah, they started involve violence.
Yes, they are causing violence because they are afraid that the farm will be overtaken by the animals. Boxer, who lashes out at the stable lad and nearly kills him, regrets the act, reminding readers of the degree to which violence can arise in the heat of conflict. Once again, Molly goes missing and proves here that, as in work, she's clearly unfit for life in this society. Okay? So
Mhm.
violence is already starting here. Okay, so the animals, Long, can you read this last line, last
The
paragraph?
animals celebrates the victory by doing what humans do. They award medals in the form of old horse prizes, and they confer honors on each other as animal hero, first and second class. With the end of the Battle of the Cowshed, the animals gain a newfound trust in their ability to live in this revolutionary society despite the various divisions that have arisen within the ranks.
Okay, so what is happening in the end of chapter 4?
Uh, they started to like celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like they will like they will organize an award for
Yes, they start to
class.
celebrate. Yeah, they gave awards. They try to boost the morale of the people. And again, this is a propaganda to show that they have won, and so that the animals will trust them all the more and live in this revolutionary society. Okay, even if there is already
Unfair.
confusion, yeah, and violence on the inside. All right, please start reading Animal Farm so that you will understand what we
Yeah.
are talking about. And
Yes.
I know that you have a lot of work in your hands, but if you could find the time to please read the few chapters so that on Monday we can discuss them and you can understand them better.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So long homework, please. Assignment, please.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I'll see you on Monday, everybody.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, Miss. Have a nice
Goodbye.
Thank you.
day. Yeah.